Andrew here, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about a wicked band out of Norway, Susperia. And I finally got my hands on my favorite album, Vindication. This opens up with Cage of Remembrance. This thunders out of the gates with hard-hitting yet unique, crafty and bombastic drum work and wildly diverse tempo shifts with wicked hard riffs to match, and the vocals hold up with the guitars and drums as well. And I felt the vocals intensify the song quite nicely when the vocalist Atheris magnifies his vocals. His ability on this album, I find, is quite uncanny in my opinion. He has a very tough grittiness to his vocals and can kind of power that scream out for more intensity. He also has a nice sort of passive baritone sort of feel, comes from the diaphragm, which I feel like applies to some of the grooviness, the groovier rhythms and stuff throughout the album. And he also actually has like a really high wail sort of scream, maybe not quite like Rob Halford, maybe more like a King Diamond sort of one, but I really think his abilities allow the range to be expanded musically on this album. And you get that not just from Cage of Remembrance, you get in this next song is really well as well, Bitter Man. This one has this chilling tone that starts off with this devilish cleaner lead piece that sets this chilling tone to a bitter man's anger and rage, and we feel that rage in the vocals, and the lyrics and surge forward tremendously with force in certain parts throughout. And like I said, as Atheris' vocals really apply to this, you feel the anger, the rage. He amplifies or sort of enhances, accentuates the lyrics as well, and like I said, in those certain parts throughout, so you really get to feel his bitter man come out in Bitter Man. And in one song, I think this is the one where I really noticed and felt a lot of what Atheris can do, is on my must listen to, Anguish Scream. For Vengeance is in brackets there. But Anguish Scream, this opens up with a calm swagger that swims perfectly into the fiendish lead work paired with Atheris' early passive vocals. Like I said, it applies very nicely. But I could also feel the anguish brooding, and it certainly brews with each passing bar. It really grows to what I call the climax to each verse. From Atheris' Anguish Scream, I felt like there's this build and you can hear him growing along with the song. It's really cool, and it bursts out into this anguish scream is what I called it. And just beyond that vocal scream, the music screams with this vicious blitz. So it's just a really nice sort of swagger, nice build. It's almost like a swell coming in from the ocean and just hits you. I really like what this song delivers. The atmosphere and the music I found was also just hypnotic as well. It's just a really awesome song in my opinion. That's why Anguish Scream for Vengeance is my must listen to, so that one will be down at the top of the songs in the description below for you guys. This next song I'm going to be talking about is Petrified, and it has some of my favorite thrash riffs of all time in it. The chord progressions within are a contrast of ferocity with hints of electricity, some electrifying spice going on in there, some chords with that have a posturing demeanor and swagger to them. There's this unique sort of blend of everything going on, a lot of different contrasts. It's a wildly unique song. I really think it's a bit experimental the way some of the riffs kind of come and go, but it really blends well nicely together. So many little details that enhance this track. It's just so awesome. And it's kind of in the next song as well, The Bounty Hunter. I felt like this one kind of has a bit of that as well. There's some unique nuances to it. I like the direct nature of the lyrics and the theme. It kind of just is blunt. It's just right there in your face. And the music crushes it as well with that, with an intimidating tone, mix of bulky and groovy riffs that create the kind of the thrill of the hunt, I guess. And it certainly keeps you on edge, this song, as it's kind of ever-changing in certain directions as well, kind of like Petrified, like I said, with those chord progressions. This one does a bit of the similar to that. There's many musical tempo shifts, kind of, I felt like the tempo shifts when they speed up, it kind of amplifying the fear of the hunted. So this song kind of has, you know, two sort of I want to say emotions in the almost brought to you by the tempos. You have the sort of, you know, brought back stuff, the intimidating stuff, the bulky groovy riffs is the bounty hunter. He's coming after you, and you really feel that in the lyrics. But then when it kind of speeds up, you feel like that's the fear of the hunted. So I really kind of, you know, actually now I think about it, yeah, you really do feel that in the bounty hunter. Now these next two songs I wanted to mention specifically for the lyrics. I just had to mention the lyrics for Completion and War Master. These two songs had such profound, thought-provoking lyrics. I like the statement. They were really well written and got me thinking quite a bit. Athira's vocals, you know, really, you know, he delivered them really well with a lot of passion and intensity, and the music delivers the intensity to the themes as well. So you got the lyrics and the music complementing each other very nicely, and Athira singing it perfectly. And just overall, I really like these lyrics. They got me thinking and got me in my own lyricist mode. So I just had to mention, you know, these two themes and the lyrics for Completion and War Master. Now I'm going to jump down to the last track of the album, which really does a great job of closing off the album, Bleed Yourself. This one has a chilling leads, you know, the dance and springs out between the powerful sections. I swear the timing during that lead, it makes it even more maniacal and creates a sort of disorientation of the mind in Bleed Yourself. I'd say this is the most chilling track, even though there are some kind of, you know, fiendish and maniacal tones, you know, or in the album, but I felt like Bleed Yourself really, you know, took the cake on that one of being kind of, you know, creepy and fiendish and chilling and all those words that I used throughout. But anyways, yeah, this is a really cool album. I'm glad I finally got Vindication, and feel free for you guys to check out all the songs in the link, or they will be linked in the description below, and check out that must listen to Anguish Scream. Until next time, folks, how about some heavy listening?